Welcome back, everybody, to American Truck Simulator. It's been a little bit over a week since the last video I did on this. I apologize, as things have been just crazy. But we're back. We're back playing some more American Truck Simulator. You can see I have an extra skill point. I did one trip during the week off camera just to get prepared. I was thinking, okay, one more trip and I can get up to level 5 on camera. But no, I got up to level 5 with that one drive. It gave me bonus points. So there you go. So I'm thinking, let's go for another long distance one, because that was what gave me the bonus points. You can see 5% reward for distances longer than 250 and 25% experience for bonuses, delivery distances longer than 250. How is that different? Anyway. The reward and the experience bonus. So that's pretty cool. I would kind of like to bump that up to 10 and get more rewards so that I can get more money faster. Of course, we could do this as 15%, but this one is a good boost. We'll go for that and apply it and see what jobs we have. I don't even remember which city we're in. Where did we leave off? Fresno, right? Fresno. Where are you, Fresno? Here. We're going to continue where we were. That's the fun way to do things. So, yeah, Fresno is down here. So it'd be kind of fun to get into LA. You can see I have not been there yet. So we got Bakersfield? No, Fresno. We got Las Vegas, San Diego, Las Vegas, Redding, Carlsbad, Prim, Barstow, California, San Diego, Truckee, Stockton, and Fresno to Fresno. Huh. That's not much of a drive, is it? That's kind of the wrong way. That's all the way back down to San Diego. Isn't that where we were last time? Perhaps I'll go to Barstow. No, Carlsbad. Let's go to Carlsbad. It's worth more money, and it gets us pretty close to LA, which may help us get there in the next job. It's got a star. High value cargo. So let's go with that. Load her up. Are you loading? You're loading. Okay. Just taking a breather there, apparently. So hopefully you guys have had a good week. I hope you enjoyed your time away from my American Truck Simulator. You know, on the Xbox controllers, there's the two thumbsticks. Like this one is the right thumbstick and this one's the left one. You can press those. Those are buttons, and by default they weren't assigned to anything. So I set one to be well, let's start this first. I set this one to be my high beams, which, there we go. So, yeah, that's my high beam, so I can turn it on and off pretty quick. And this one's my horn. So I still don't have a button for cruise control, but what are you going to do? So my signal lights work. That works. We're towing, what looks like a tractor. That's fine. All right. I guess we're good to go. So in the last video, I asked you to ask me some questions so that I could have something to talk about on these drives, because they're pretty long drives, and I only got 2 questions. 2 questions in the comments, not a lot. But that's fine. That's fine. Don't really want a ton of questions to answer either. But I figure we can do that. Let's see. They have a red light, so I think we're good. Let's get out of here. So question number 1 for me was, if you ever have the chance, shouldn't you be recognized by your respective government, the Canadian government, for helping autistic children and adults in need, not only in Canada, but all over the world? What's the speed limit? Oh, I'm already going over the speed limit. If I ever had the chance, well, I mean, it would be awesome to have that chance. But should I? No, not really. I mean, I certainly could. I do, my work, I guess, would qualify. But it doesn't make me an automatic, you know, nominee kind of thing for an award. And I know it's pretty cliche, but you know, to say I don't do what I do for the awards, right? Like, I don't really care who knows. I don't do it for the praise. I don't do it for people to tell me I'm amazing. I don't do it for, oh, I gotta keep an eye on the speed limit. One police car sees me and that's a big ol' fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's not why I do anything I do. There's a car there, so I can't go around this too fast. Oh, and a cop car. Good thing. But that being said, I mean, at the same time, I have wondered, like, in Canada, we have the Order of Canada, which goes to, like, you know, Wayne Gretzky and Celine Dion and Army veterans and stuff. Like, true heroes. Who really put Canada on the map in a global scale kind of way. But then there's also the Order of Ontario, which is the province in which I live. And that's obviously not as big of a scale, but again, some pretty notable worthy people, not people that you would know if you're all around the world, but important people win that award. And that's not me. But there are some people who win these things, like Autism Speaks does awards for people who do really well in the autism community and such. And sometimes I look at those and I'm like, well, I mean, that person raised like $5,000. That's great. It's wonderful what they did, but I mean, surely what I do is more valuable than that. So, I mean, there's a little speck of jealousy in me where I would just like to be recognized, right? Like, I would like to be one of those nominees. But that being said, there's, like, you know, aside from those people who've only done a few things and ended up being nominated, there's also people who have done crazy things. Like, you know, they've had, like, raised $60 million and had millions of people all gather and do these big things or whatever. Like, they've just ridiculous things that there's no way I can ever say that, you know, I should be getting awards and they should not. Just no way, no how. So, recognition, sure, but no, I'm not going to get any awards, and I'm fine with that. I'm not changing the world. Maybe for a select few people, they may feel I am, but that's it. I do have, in my own mind, I have a shelf where all my awards are. And on the server, even, kind of. Like, just today, one of the children on the server gave me a book saying that I'm the best, and the people on the server are the best, and the server itself is the best, and they're happy now because they're on the server. That, to me, is all the award I'll ever need. To have the children, the adults, the parents even telling me that the children are doing great. That's all I need for an award. That goes on my mental shelf, my mental bookcase as all the recognition, all the awards that I would ever need for doing what I do. And I'm happy with that. I'd also like for somebody to give me a check for $1 billion and say, I love you, here, take all the money and do whatever you need to do. That would be really great. That would be the best award, but that's not going to happen either. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. I would just put it in the bank and use, you know, a couple $1,000s to pay my rent. That'd be good. But that's it. No, I don't want any awards. Recognition, maybe. Only because it helps, it boosts my self-confidence, makes me feel better about what I'm doing and everything, but I already feel pretty great about what I'm doing, so no, not necessary. But it is a good question. I wanted to mention also, I don't know if you could really tell, if you go back to the last video and then watch it like, you just go to the middle of the video and then come back and watch the middle of this video, especially with this, I did add a color correction mod to the game, so now it's a little less reddish, a little less orangey. Like the dirt and the grass and stuff actually looks brown and green now, as opposed to orangish, reddish, like it was before. It's a very minor thing, and just watching it right now, you probably didn't even notice until I said it. You might not even notice now, but it is there, and I think it helps a little bit. It looks a little more realistic to me. I'm going way over the speed limit, and a policeman is probably coming up behind me. I I also added another mod, which I'm looking and I'm not seeing any billboards. It's supposed to replace, not all, but a majority of those 555 billboards that are in the game and put actual real billboards from actual real cities. We'd probably notice them closer to actual like landmark cities like LA and Las Vegas and stuff. You start to see like Harrah's Hotel in Las Vegas, things like that. A little bit more realism. Have to keep an eye out for those. I'm way over the speed limit again. There's another mod too that changes these gas stations. I mentioned it in the first video how the names are similar to real gas stations, but they don't use the actual gas station because they'd have to get licensing and so forth. But there is a mod that actually changes those so they become real gas stations, which is pretty cool. I may add that because it's a little thing. But right now, just the two mods, the color correction and the billboards. So, okay, question number 2. Aside to Minecraft, what's your favorite video game and why? You know, you probably wouldn't believe it. And I should have looked this up before I started playing so that I could tell you the exact date. But my favorite video game for a long time, and still, aside from Minecraft, of course, Minecraft's my favorite game, but aside from it, is Left 4 Dead 2. It's a zombie shoot-'em-up game. You run around with a gun in your hand and you shoot zombies that are in the city and stuff. And you'd think, like, you know, that's a really big stretch from Minecraft. Why would that be your favorite game? And there's a bunch of different reasons. Reason number 1 is that it uses this program called Director. And I don't think it's been used since. I don't think any other game ever used, like, that was the last anybody's ever seen or heard of it, which is too bad. It did a bunch of different things. For example, when you load up a level and start going through the map, it will spawn zombies differently every single time. There'll be different zombies in different places, different hordes of zombies in different places, different, more powerful zombies, like the tank, like the great big huge zombie. It will be in different places each time. Like sometimes it just won't even be one, and sometimes it'll be right at the beginning of the map, and sometimes who knows where, right? So that I thought was really cool, and you could play the same level 1,000 times and it's never the same way twice, which is amazing. Is this the one I want? Right here it is. Not only that though, but it also gauges how well you're doing. Like Director actually watches and sees if you're doing well or doing poorly, and it will adjust the levels based on that. So like even item drops, like it'll give you better guns if you're not doing so well, and it'll give you less better guns, or maybe even no guns at all. Like when you usually go and find some guns at a particular spot, they'll be different, or not there at all, because you're doing so well. It's like, well, we'll give you a tougher challenge. So that's kind of cool. And then other times, like even in the map, there'll be cars blocking your way, whereas last time you played it, there was no car there. So again, different. And I love that. I think that's amazing. Even though like the level changes are minor differences, it's just it's a different game every single time you play it. And this is an older game. Like when I first started playing, it was like 2007, which is almost 10 years ago now. So that kind of variation was really unheard of at the time, and I still enjoy it to this day. Another reason is that it was one of the first games that offered really good DLCs. You got like all kinds of new levels coming out regularly. Stories that would, like, levels and stories involved in them that would connect Left 4 Dead 1 with Left 4 Dead 2. You would end up like the two teams would meet, which is really cool. But then there was also another DLC which allowed you to download the levels from the first Left 4 Dead. So you didn't even have to own Part 1. Like I had them both for the longest time, and I got rid of Part 1 because I didn't need it anymore because Part 2 had those levels. That was amazing to me. Like, game makers don't do that. They want you to go out and buy the first game. I still play it to this day. I even play it with my kids sometimes. It's, you know, the zombies look pretty gory, and they kind of splatter and stuff, so it's kind of gory for kids, but I mean, it's an older game. It's not too realistic. You know that you're watching a cartoonish version of life. But again, it's always different, and they love it too. They love that it's always different every single time. They have their favorite maps, and they'll do those maps, and the zombies will be in different spots, and so it's always a challenge. So, Left 4 Dead 2. That's the answer to my question, to your question. After all these years, 2007, I was looking through my achievements for it, and one of my first achievements was in 2007, which is crazy because now I play the game with both of my kids, and 2007 was before my youngest was born, so it's older than he is, and we're still enjoying it to this day. But it is a zombie shoot 'em up, and if those aren't that's not your cup of tea, then you might not enjoy it. But I mean, we're talking back to like the original Call of Duty days, like not Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Call of Duty this or that or whatever. It was just Call of Duty. That was the name of the game, and Splinter Cell and stuff. Like, they were good games in their own right, but they were like the originals. We're talking way back. Video game days, like a year in terms of video games is forever. I know it ends up sounding like I'm super old talking about video games way back, but 10 years is a really, really long time in terms of the age of a video game. And I still love that game. Man, we've been driving a long time. My little stick figure in bed there is starting to turn a little bit blue. But this is Carlsbad, so we're almost here. Just gotta make sure we don't run into any RVs. Guess we don't really need the headlights anymore. As soon as this guy goes, we can see. Carlsbad city limits. Yeah, I think the mod really does. See, it says Shemron. I think that mod with the color correction really does help. Except when you're looking right at the sun. But the greens look much better now. Dude, you need to go. Are you waiting for me? I think this might have been a bad decision because I can't. Now you're waiting for me. Alright. Hot dog! Look at that. There's some people just hanging around, chit-chatting. Oh, I love this game, man. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, what? Why did my truck go backwards? It didn't go into reverse or anything. Sorry. What was that? Trucks just started rolling backwards. I know there's an engine brake. I should probably attach that to a button. But that was ridiculous. I wasn't up a hill or anything. That upsets me. Well, whatever. Check it out, baseball! It'd be so much cooler if there was actually people playing baseball, though. They need to add that, people playing baseball. Carlsbad discovered. Yeah, I discovered that like 10 miles back, dude. Light turned red. We can go, but we have to stop first. If I just went through that, I'd get a ticket. And I know that because I've done that. Like, I stopped like the first 3 times. Oh, check out the pink hot dog stand. I stopped the first couple times, and I was like, oh, cool, I could turn right on a red light. It's cool that they let me do that. And then once I had that confidence, I just drove right on through and turned right without stopping, and I got a ticket. So let that be a lesson to you. You can turn right on a red, but you have to stop first. A complete stop, not a rolling stop, not a partial stop. You need to stop entirely, and then you're good. Road work ahead. We got a red light right here. All right. Thank y'all. It'd be really cool if we could hop out here and go and use the outhouse. Where am I going with this? Right here? Are you kidding me? This doesn't even give me the option. I'm pushing the pylon out of the way. This doesn't even give me the option to choose how to park this. Wow, I have to back this in? Oh, this game is just evil now. Alright, let's back it up. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I knew I was going to get that the wrong way. I wish I could see better. Nope, not good enough. It's okay, we'll get this. Better give me my 90 experience points for it too. Alright, we got this. This is good. Come on. That's good. Come on. How is that not good? Oh, are you kidding me right now? That trailer is so in there. No? Still no? There it is. Okay. I think I had it, I just didn't go back far enough. Whatever. Look at that. Proficiency bonus. I get proficiency bonuses now for being level 5. Long distance, skill rank 2. Oh yes. High value cargo bonus, skill level 2. Oh yes. Bonus parking, 15. Only 15. I'll take it. So there you go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Level 5, distance 4,000 miles we've done. That's not bad, and $51,000. So we still have over 50% of the way to go. But now we're in Carlsbad and doing all right. So again, I offer questions in the comments. Leave me some questions. Next video, I will answer those questions on the drive. Until then, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and I will catch you next time. Ciao for now.